Hmm. Hey guys, so our decline here, your average picker. Tell you straight off, if you're watching this hoping to see a lock get picked, this is probably not going to be the video that one gets picked in. But I wanted to get something here filmed for this. So I just got a challenge lock in from CovertMedicalET over on the subreddit for lockpicking, and he pinned up this challenge lock and sent it to me, and it's pretty nice, hefty schleg there that it's built around. We do have a key. It is lightly mummified. I have been resisting taking this off, and it came with a very cool remove before flight tag, so that will be going on my keychain very soon. He did post pictures of the pins, and I have been resisting going back and taking a good look at them. So we will see what we can get here. I got the lock in yesterday after much delay in the mail, and I had a little bit of time, and I actually did film some footage of opening it and getting in here and picking on it, but then I realized I'd actually left the package out and addresses and everything were real visible, so probably not going to use that. Then I picked on it a little bit last night, but I didn't have a whole lot of time. So yeah, we shall see what we can get. Start with the, what is this, my Tron here. I believe it's a 6-pin lock. I don't have high hopes for the Tron then, because it starts to break down some in getting back into the back of these 6-pinners. We'll see how far it gets us, and maybe we'll do some switching. I've got to say, just a little bit of playing around with it yesterday, it put up quite a bit of a little fight. It feels very smooth. The feedback on it, there's not a whole lot. I did manage to get a very shallow false set at one point. That's about as far as I got with it. Sorry, I'm concentrating quite a bit here. Get a little quiet. Yeah, I don't know what happened with mailing this thing. It got hung up in the post for quite a while. But it's here now. I was really surprised to see this schleg being used. You know, most of the time we see the more common little things and quicks and stuff. I'd say CovertMedicalET is doing some quality locks out there. Oh gosh, nothing even, I just recocked it, but nothing had even set. This is the second challenge lock he has built, and it is the first he has sent out. But I'd say look for his, he's got some more I think in the works, so look for him out there. I think it's going to be interesting to see what he cranks out. Okay, so we're trying it clockwise. I'm going to flip it and try it counterclockwise here. See if we get any better feedback from it. just went back to clockwise. Something's being weird. Wait a second. I have it out already. Okay, so I'm switching to a southboard. This is actually, this banged up thing, you can see it's kind of bent, is actually a cut down postal hook. Just want to check something though. I use this pick to kind of do some probing and stuff with. I don't know, for whatever reason, when I cut this thing down into this really ugly monstrosity, it looks terrible up close. It's not great at picking, but it does seem to be good at helping me figure out sometimes what's going on in a lock. Going back to counterclockwise. Yeah, I think this is going to be a failed attempt, guys, but let's see something. Okay, so that's pin 2. Okay. Pin 2 set. Go counterclockwise. Pin 2 does not set. Pin 1 will set. Go back to clockwise. Feedback, going clockwise to counterclockwise is quite different. Let's try and counter again on 3. So I'm going counterclockwise. I'm going to go ahead and set pin 1. To pin 3. Yeah, see, 3 feels. Okay, we got some couple little clicks there, but a little bit more. If I start switching picks, I figure I'm doing something wrong. I don't know if I've mentioned that before in a video or not. Oh, there's some counter rotation. Counter rotation, but it doesn't want to do anything. What if we take it clockwise? Will it set then? I think that was about, okay, that's 2 set. That's 1 set. I think. Okay, we're on 3. Not quite getting the counter rotation on 3, but I was. Okay. One way the pin gives me some counter rotation. The other way does not. A spool is a spool is a spool, right? If I get counter rotation on one, I should get counter rotation on the other. I don't think he's done anything like asymmetric. I'm going to have to do some probing on this guy here. This is... So I'm just thinking, I'm getting decisively different feedback on the different pins if I go clockwise or if I go counterclockwise. The binding order, of course, we know the binding order is going to change if we go counter versus clockwise. But the pin feedback is being really different. Sticking with clockwise right now. Okay. Switch just so I can get back in the back of the lock there without any issues. Because I don't expect to get this open. I don't think we're going to run. Try not to run too long on it. So tempted to go back and look at his post. Solid little challenge lock, I'd say. At least for me. I think, let's see if I can, I think what's going on is I think we have some channels probably going to get the rotation of this wrong. So the orientation on this is probably going to be off. So I think we've got at least 3 kind of channels cut into the lock. And I don't know I'm not sure with the last ones. So I think what is happening when I try to pick it, I'm getting snappier feedback on the pins in one direction where you can definitely, you feel them set. Boom, they're right there. And I think that would be cutting into the non-channel end of the core. So I'm actually hitting that lip. I don't know if this is making any sense. And I'm using the word channel. I don't know what else to call them, like just kind of a groove cut in the lock core. But when I rotate it around the other direction, the pins that have that feel, I lose that feedback, but then it picks it up again on 3. Oh, that almost seemed, that felt pretty good. So it's almost like one side of the shear line is rounded off, maybe a little bit on some of them. If that's the case, I don't think I've ever dealt with that before. I feel like I've seen it. I mean, I've seen it done, or I've seen cores where they've, people have shaved out the pin area a little bit where that shear line is. In other videos, I don't think I've ever picked one. And I could, you know what? I mean, I could honestly just be full of shit and making this up. That to me is the behavior that might cause to happen. Especially if the last three are not done that way. Those last three could be stabilizing the core a little bit more. So you can just back off the tension and just lift a little bit. And then put the tension on. I know with the art, one of the pins I actually really had to kind of manually lift into place and just hope it was there. God, these are really some bad moves I'm making. That has got to be set. I haven't even gotten that false set to turn up yet. Tell you what, we'll go another couple minutes. It's funny, I think when you're watching these videos, 20 minutes can seem like a long time. When you're picking a lock, though, and you're actually doing the work, it just flies by. I'm like looking at the timer going, oh shit, I'm already up to 17 and a half on this? What the heck? Time flies when you're having fun, I guess, right? All right, guys. Well, this video, I think I'm going to call this here. First impression. Well, I guess it'd technically be second-ish, third-ish impression. It's going to be a tough little lock for me to crack. We'll see what happens, though. I will work on it some more, probably do a couple more little videos, but I wanted to get something up and give a shout out to him because, yeah, awesome little lock he sent me, and I do really appreciate it. So I will keep poking at this, and we will see where we get. All right, guys, talk to you later.